Hi guys, I got itchy head. It's Christine Bertram coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And I am a little tardy trying to get some copies made into my gal who helps me print them. And I literally got the file 30 seconds ago and just forwarded it. So need to get some more of those class card things printed, you guys, that I put in with my cards because we're going to be kitting up a whole bunch of cards tomorrow, or I should say classes. Hi, Dorel. Hi, Susie. Hi, Feline. Wow, you guys are all here already. Whoa. Hi, Mary and Patricia and Mary. Oh, man. Melody's here and Hildy, all ready for the gnomes. Hi, Elaine. Wow, you guys. So it is Monday. Thanks for sharing, Patricia. And normally I don't do a lot of classes on Monday. This is normally paper pumpkin night. So you guys, I switched classes with Kelly. Kelly's going to be live with you on Thursday because she is going to be doing Paper Pumpkin Thursday. I am doing the gnome, so it gives me the rest of the week off from doing like classes that are via live. So that's awesome. Hi, Sherry Everett. Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Sarah Merchant. So I flew in here by the seat of my pants, I think. You guys, like that's normal for me. I was with Carissa yesterday, actually, and I had a really busy day today, and I was working on lots of other things today, but we got some stuff done yesterday, and that was awesome. Hi, Marsha Long. Hi, Bonnie. And there's Karen and Randy. Woohoo. So you guys, I can't wait to show you what we worked on yesterday. We got some card classes ready to go for November. And so at the end of this class, you guys, hi Mary Carls, hi Dawn Faye, hi Becky Rohr, hi Linda Kester, hi Stacy Burns. You guys all came in right at the same time. Hi Lynn Beasley and Deanne. So I'm so excited to share what we worked on yesterday. We've got the Lights Aglow card class ready to go for you guys. I looked at the calendar and I had to do a little switcherooing. Hi, Catherine Healy and Sherry Martin. Hi, Margarita. I looked at it, you guys. We're getting into the holiday season, and with Thanksgiving at the end of November and with Christmas at the end of December, there's some switching around for classes that normally they're later in the month. They kind of got switched around. Hi, Christy Bourne. Hi, Sharon Land. So I looked at the calendar, you guys, and the bundle class for November is actually in the first half of November versus it being towards the end. And I was like, oh man, I gotta get on the horn with this class. Hi, Shirley Malarkey. And so that's what we worked on yesterday. We did Lights Aglow. So you guys, I'm going to show you at the end of the class tonight. So you might want to stick around to see what they look like if you're interested. And we also got done yesterday the ink, paper, scissors for November, which features the boughs of holly. And we're super excited for them. So I'll share those cards with you guys after class. So make sure you don't like tune out early in case you want to see them. If you want to tune out early, you're welcome to do that too. But we got lots of stuff done, you guys. Look at that. I'm so excited. That is a box of fun right there. So for those that are wondering, I know that last week some people asked, hi, Jean Terwilliger. Watching on the TV, yay, woo, woo. I love it. It feels so weird that when you guys tell me I'm on the big screen, it's like, oh, really? Don't look up my nose or anything, right? November showcase, you guys. So I always would wait to do that until all the cards are ready for the next month, and they are now. So I think I'm going to be doing the showcase with you guys on Wednesday. I don't have a time, so don't ask me what time because I honestly don't know. But when I can find about an hour in the day on Wednesday, I'm going to show you everything that's coming up for November and also the game night. Hi, Corinne Bouvier. Also game night, which is also Lucky Hand, featuring the Playful Penguins, you guys. That one is ready to go. And that is the first week of December, but since the cards are ready to go and it's literally right at the beginning of the month, like Lucky Hand is the 30th, I think, and Game Night is the 1st. I'm going to show you guys those cards as well. And I think I'll show you what I have ready for December. So yay! That, you guys, is called the November Showcase. And it, again, will be on Wednesday at some point. So super, super stoked about what we were able to get done this past weekend. So it was good. So hi, Donna Grushki from Michigan. Thanks for sharing, Sherry Martin. You guys, we have a great class for you tonight. We have the gnomes, and there are 60 of you who signed up for this class. It is absolutely full. There is not a kit left for this class, so sorry to those that are hopeful or wishful that there might be one left. There are none. They sold out last week, Thursday. Linda Hodge actually got the last class because she was watching the Sweetest Christmas last week, and I noticed, or I mentioned I had one left, and so she gobbled that one right up, you guys. But the PDF tutorial for this class is already in my online store. So if you go to cardsbychrisb.com, hi Judy Immel, it's Cards by Christine, but my website address, you guys, is cardsbychrisb.com. When I flip the camera down, if you're new to me, you can always see that on my little paper here. The PDF tutorial, I put it in there maybe 20 minutes ago already. So this going live on YouTube thing is awesome. It is so cool because hi Yvonne from Florida, and I'm on the big screen. Woo, woo. Thanks for sharing, Shirley. Because I go live in YouTube, you guys, I can go over to my YouTube account, see that I'm live or going to be going live. I can get the link already, and I can already share it to Facebook. I can share it into my PDF, and I can do all my prep things that I should say my back end work. I can prep it ahead of time. So very cool. And Marsha's watching me on the big screen too. I love it. So this class, you guys, if you missed out on it, don't fear. You can always get the PDF tutorial in the online store. It is, if you pay for it in my online store, it's $11 because you're paying with a credit card. Just know if you do want to pay me with an alternative equivalent, cash equivalent, it's only $10 if you send me a check or give me cash or PayPal friends and family. So there's always that option. And then you get the PDF tutorial. And all the instructions, measurements, pictures for these 4 cards will be in it. And so, yay. Hi, Judy Sharp, watching on the new smart TV. Usually those things are smarter than we are. And so smart that we don't know how to figure them out sometimes. Oh, yeah. I hate TVs that don't have remote controls. Or I should say, wait, it's the other way around. I don't like TVs that don't have buttons on the back and that you can only use remote control. Because what if it happens if you lose your remote control? So, all right. So we have ink, paper, scissors for you guys. Just a heads up, we are on, oh, there I am. Yay, there I am. All right, so it is much easier to find you on TubePoop. Plus the class I would be looking for. Yay, awesome. 56 watching. Oh, Deb Norman, you're amazing. Yes, everybody make sure to hit that thumbs up and show that you like the video. That means it gets out there more. Hi, Karen Wetstein. I have been getting positive feedback, you guys, on YouTube. Nobody has told me really yet, or maybe, nobody's told me that they wish I was in Facebook yet, but generally it's good that it's in YouTube, so that's good. Hi, Cindy Hutchings from California. I'm happy you could make this class as well. So it is the 24th, you guys. We are winding down the month of October. There's officially a week left. A week from now, today, is Halloween. And I think Tyler and I made a decision that we are going to go to my parents' farm and bring back Honeybee and her brother. He's semi-named, not necessarily named yet. I think we're between 2. And then we were like, well, maybe we should wait to name him until we get him here because he might change names. So, but we know Honeybee is the name for the cat that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. I should say it's a kitten. So I think that's what we're going to do next Friday. I did not schedule anything on Halloween. I generally don't schedule a lot of classes, you guys, on holiday weekends because usually people are doing holiday things. And so no class next Monday at all. It's a free day for me. It's picking up baby kitten day is what I'm thinking. So that's exciting. So with it being the end of the week, you guys, that means there's like 7 days left in the sign-up special. It's called Starter Kit Plus. We've had a lot of team members, and I've been mentioning them, new team members, I should say. I've been mentioning them throughout the last couple weeks as they've joined, but most recently is Leslie McMinn. She joined the Be Happy Stampers yesterday. Yay! Whoop, whoop, to Leslie McMinn. Hi, Susan Bellamy. So she just joined yesterday, so that is awesome. I need to do all the not bookwork, but all the work on the back end to get her in all of her Facebook groups that we're part of and get her into my emails because now she'll get team email information. So yeah, so welcome to Leslie McMinn. If anybody's still thinking about joining, it's a great time, you guys. You get an extra $30 for the same price as you would, so you get $155 worth of Stampin' Up! Products of your choice. You could even get in on that new fitting florets pre-order that's going on right now for demonstrators or discount shoppers, and it's only $99 plus tax, and you get to be part of an amazing community of stampers. If you want to choose the bees, I would love it. That would be awesome. So that's one more week for that, you guys. Hi, Carmen Melendez. I did send out the newsletter. So you guys, I do a newsletter. Oh boy, the fun begins with the kittens. Yeah, Judy. So I have an itchy eyebrow, you guys. So Judy Immel sent me a video of kittens playing with a dog, and they created the most inexpensive toy you could get for these kittens and the dog, a box. And you cut holes in the top of the box and you put a little hole on the side so that the kittens can go up and down. And they look like the whack-a-mole, that game where you have to like bop the tops of the heads of the moles as they pop up and down. So all of a sudden out pops a kitten, and then the dog's coming to sniff and play with it, and then the other kitten pops out over here. And so we're gonna take a Stampin' Up! Box and we're going to make our own little kitty playground. So, oh yeah, so the fitting florets is awesome, you guys. On a side note about fitting florets, there'll be a class for it, you guys, and I'm going to do it as a product-based class. I do not have a day or a time set yet. Chris and I looked at it over the weekend. We looked at it briefly and we're like, yep, we got this. So we're going to run it like a Stamp-a-Stack-esque, kind of meets the Wonderful World, how we did that. Hi, Melanie Foy. So we are going to do a product-based class where you get the pack of paper, you get embellishments, you get some rolls of ribbon, you get enough to make. We mapped out 6 designs. Nope, I think what we did is we mapped out 5 designs and 3 cards of each one, so you end up with 15 cards. So we're excited for that. I don't know a day and time, you guys. Eventually it'll get on the calendar, but something to think about. As soon as I can get it published, find a day and time, I'm going to get that on the calendar because you could already sign up for it as soon as I publish it. What a great idea. It's perfect. You'll have to do that, Deb, with one of your Stampin' Up! Boxes that you get. So that class might be in December, January timeframe, right? I have such a full calendar for you guys for basically the rest of the year. So it's going to be a little bit tricky is the word, to sneak in another class for you guys. But I think we're going to do it with the fitting florets. So keep that in mind. Like if you normally buy, like, let's say 3 packs of really awesome paper and 3 packs of embellishments for yourself, well, maybe consider getting 2 because you know you'd get one with the class with me. I do a discount with my Be Happy Stampers where if they provide their own products, they get a reduced rate. So yeah, so it's something to think about with fitting florets. It's going to be a great class. You guys, I got to show you the paper. Hang on. Let's go get the paper really quick. Hang on. Where do I have it? Where do I have it? Oh, right here. You guys, I can't wait. This is awesome just to show you this stuff. So I know for sure, like the class will include a pack of the embellishments and a pack of the paper. We're picking out 2 ribbons to go with it. And whack-a-mole, yep. Look at this paper, you guys. So like one side is just as awesome. Look at that one, is just as awesome as the other side. So we mapped out this weekend what we want to do for paper. This is my absolute favorite, you guys. It's so pretty. We're gonna bring in painted poppies for that card, and there's this. Seeing this made me think of holly berries being white and Mita, mistletoe being white and holly berries being red, like we had that conversation a couple weeks ago. And then here's the flower. So you guys, just something to think about. Keep that in mind. This will be like a product-based class, including this and some ribbon and envelopes, and these are the stamp set doesn't carry over. It's only going to be available while supplies last. And then this bundle does carry over. It's part of the new spring catalog. And you guys, we're going to design the cards in a manner that you won't even need to have the stamps per se. It's going to be a lot of using the framelit. So awesome. Hi, Angela Knutson. Thanks for sharing. So just to get you guys a little excited about something that might come probably in January for this class, maybe. I think December is going to be a little bit hard to sneak it in because if you heard me a couple weeks ago, I'm going to throw in a Rings of Love, or Ringed with Nature, that Ringed with Love, like kind of Wonderful World is. Pulling that in December, and there's going to be an ad hoc class called It's Going to Be a Blue Christmas with 4 Christmas cards that are blue inspired. So yeah, you guys, this is what happens when you let me loose. and nobody tells me no. We have more classes. So it's so much fun to create. So, right, that's how that goes. So a little bit about that. I mentioned slightly about the newsletter. In that newsletter, you guys, you can find it on my website, cardsbycrispy.com. I did publish it on Friday, and it wasn't in the morning as I promised, but it was by the afternoon I got it published. I think it was about 1 or 2 o'clock. So that is out there on my website in case anybody missed it. If you don't get emails from me, you could definitely subscribe to get my emails. You just go to my website and then subscribe to get my emails, and then that's when you'd see all that information come out. So yeah, Lynn said the paper is beautiful. They hit a home run with me with that designer series paper. I absolutely love like every page, and I love like there's not one that I don't like, right? Which means that almost all of them are like there's not one that I don't like, and I love the fact that they actually made the back and the front like coordinate well. There's only like one sheet that doesn't coordinate so good, but all the rest you could like cut a mat and cut it in half and then flip one side and do one the other way, and they would look awesome. Oh, Deb said you can color the berries and make holly. Yeah, you could. You definitely could. Very cool. So yeah, so just keep that in the back of your minds, you guys, about the fitting florets. That will be something upcoming when I have a moment to figure out the creating the event and putting it out there and figuring out the ribbon. We'll be good to go. So, all right. So we have gnomes tonight, you guys are so excited. Shout out, you guys. Do those emojis. Who is in love or likes gnomes? I loved, give me those hearts. I would say give me a thumbs up if you are doing the class and it's because it was so easy to get this class and all you needed are sentiments because you plan to give these cards to your friends, right? So just do a thumbs up and don't do anything if you don't like gnomes. But I tell you, like people love gnomes. They either love them or they hate them, but there's a lot of people that love gnomes and they're cute. Like they did a good job with this designer series paper. I will admit, I have a pack of it right here, you guys, so that you could see. I'll flip it down. Wish that DSP wasn't, well, yeah, so I'm just reading your comment, Deb. Yeah, so in case you missed what Deb just wrote there, that the Fitting Florets Designer Series paper is while supplies last, and those embellishments are while supplies last. So meaning they go live for customers starting on November 1st, and demonstrators or discount shoppers can get them now already, right? So my goal is to get this class published and out there so that starting, this paper might be so well received by people that it might be out within 2 weeks. And then we're kind of like SOL for people who want to take my class. So what I need to do is get on the horn with getting it published and then get people signed up and pretty much get it paid for. Because then once that I have that, then I can order the products that I need, and then that's how we're going to work that. So, so like it's so pretty, but it's sad because it's while supplies last. And if you guys have been around using Stampin' Up! Since last year in May, they had this butterfly set with butterfly paper, and the paper was gone within like 2 weeks, right? Or even maybe 7 to 10 days. I can't remember exactly what it was, but a lot of people were not very happy. So just know you shouldn't wait if you're interested in this paper. Hi, Tracy Gruby. So you guys, lots of thumbs ups, lots of hearts, a lot of mixture. Okay, see? That's good. So we're going to be doing these gnomes. Oh, I love it. So Stacy, someone will eventually sell theirs. I have noticed you are usually able to find someone willing at a price to hang on. So hang in there. Yes, exactly. Yeah. In case you miss out, there's always an opportunity, but sometimes I have had some people on my team tell me that they're looking for certain sets and people are wanting like $70 to $80 for certain stamp sets. And it's like, no, stamp sets aren't like, they are if you want it, right? Everything's worth what you're willing to pay for it. Right? But I'm not $80 for a stamp set. So also known as Nissi, being Norwegian American, grew up hearing stories about them from my grandma. Oh, very pretty story, Christine. All right, so I'm going to flip down. I'm going to show you guys the designer series paper because I don't always have this handy with me, but I will show you because you guys who got the class with me, you got a paper pack. You got a quarter sheet of every one of these. So I'm going to just show you what you got going on here. So you got this sheet, which is super cool. And on the back side, you've got a more versatile pattern on here that has snowflakes, right? With Pacific Point. So that one's very versatile. And then you have one here. Oops, that's gnomes apparently. So I cut out some gnomes. So you have all of the smaller gnome. And this gnome has a die that matches. So for those of you that have the die, that little guy there, or there's also this other die here that fit these guys. So you do not have to fussy cut these little dudes right here. So that's good. Or dudettes, whatever. There's boys and girls. And then on the other side, you have like a knit sweater pattern to it. All right. So there's those little beings. And then we've got here a page that has all these little gnomes and Bambi here and little baby scenes all around. And then on the other side is where you guys get your mushroom house. Mushrooms. So I love the blue mushroom house. That is adorable. And these are nice and springy. So you, with this pack of paper, you don't have to create just wintry gnome cards. You could definitely do your springy cards. Here's the one with our Bambi and our fox and our baby birds and our bunnies and our big moose. And then the other side is where we get a tree pattern, like a little triangle. So that's in here as well. And then, let's see, there's more. One moment, please. This one has a very busy background that has the mushrooms and gnomes all over. And then on the other side is a more subtle pattern that you could use. It has snowflakes on it. That is a mint color. And I think that there's one more. This one is all mushrooms. And then I love this. I think this is one of my favorite patterns of all the mini catalog designer series papers is the snowflakes. And I think that might have been everything. So when you guys have your kit, which we'll do roll call in a minute, but this is what you get when you get an ink, paper, scissors from me. So I have Naughty Nancy's here, and you get your 4 card kits, and you get the pack of embellishments, the roll of ribbon, and the paper. So we're going to be using this paper to cut for our card kits. So we will use that in a minute, and we'll put that all in Naughty Nancy's for her. But let's look at, let's do roll call before I forget, because I'm getting right into class, you guys. I rolled right into this. So you guys, we got a little list here for you, a little bit of a lot list. So Feline says, yeah, scalpers are tail. Yes, exactly. People who want a lot for a stamp set that normally goes for 20 bucks. Yeah, not good. All right, you guys, long list here. Ready for it? First on our list is Leslie McMinn, Deanna Estelle, Sandy Wicklander, Sherry Martin, Angela Knutson, call out if you're here, you guys, Mary Carls, Faye Godby, Linda Hodge, Jennifer Jones, Julie Bierschbach, Jeannie Parker, Naughty Nancy Stormer, Judy Immel, Diane Bogenhagen, Barb Collins, Jill Butzine, Carmen Melendez, Lila Erickson, Deb Norman, Ruth Nicholson, Jean Terwilliger, Christina Heiser, Patricia Settle. I should say Christina Heiser and her mom, because she got 2 sets so that her mom could make a set. Then Patricia Settle, Judy Kruger, Karen Wetstein, Feline Mays, Penny Powell, Elaine Rebeck, Chris Dudarenki, Karen Forward, Tammy Steckling, Gail Kane, Susie Stocks, Barbara Moynan, Sue Somerville, Doris Munson, Terry Costin, Carla Lake, Christina Bernards, Fancy Nancy Billets, Noreen Banduff, Helen Chase, Melody Miller, Becky Rohrer, Shirley Malarkey, Tracy Gruby, Mary Lemke, Sarah Merchant, Carol Solinsky, Sue Spiegner, Vera Anderson, Marsha Long, Annette Rollin, Mary Collins, Donna Grushke, Cheryl Stewart, Mary Hartman, Wendy Kruger, Lori Baxter, and last but certainly not least is Sherry Everett. Oh, I made it through that, you guys. We're not going to do just one door prize tonight. We're going to do 2. So I got a number on all of those, and we're going to do 2 drawings for that. On top of it, you guys, to help keep me so that I ask later on, what did I forget? I have the apple, excuse me, I have the apple harvest from last week. I had 11 people who placed a minimum $50 order. And so I'm going to do the drawing for the apple harvest after we're done with class as well, you guys. So there you go. All right, so for inquiring minds on what we're working on tonight, look at all you guys that are here. I love it. So many of you guys watching. Storybook Gnomes is the name of the suite, but Kindest Gnomes is the name of the bundle. Yep, they do that to us. So you might see this class referred to as Storybook Gnomes, or you might hear referred to as kindest gnomes. They're interchangeable, you guys. Everything from the suite was used except for this puff paint. But if you have your snowfall puff paint at home, you could definitely use it on your card somewhere if you want to. You need to heat it up with a heat tool. But this is where the bundle resides. Their balmy blue ribbon is in here, our fine sparkle adhesive back gems, and this is where the paper is. And then I don't know. Nope, and that's it. This is the spread. It's on page 42 to 43. Okay, so Krista and I worked on these cards. Oh, it seems like forever ago. And and I have her card here to show you a little ad hoc something to do. So just, I'm going to leave that there so I don't forget. But this is the bundle, you guys. And these are red rubber stamps. And so I'll be honest with you, when you look at the cards, and this is why so many people were interested in this class, because these cards were designed in a way that you don't need to have these stamps. So some people might not be fans of gnomes, but they know people who love gnomes. And so they can make their gnome cards without having to invest in the $50 bundle. And so, for example, sentiment, and you'll need some inks for all the cards, some inks, and there's a sentiment, and then another sentiment. So they're very easy to go through. So, or I should say, work. There's not a lot of stamping. If you want to use your stamps, let's say you do have your stamps, then you could most certainly stamp them on the inside. Oh my gosh, Krista lent me this card. She blended this, you guys, with Stampin' Blends, the markers that are alcohol-based. That is colored, you guys. I'm so happy I grabbed this card, Krista. She colored that like fabulously. So there are opportunities here. Hi, Tammy Steckling. There are opportunities that if you want to stamp with this and stamp them on the inside, you can go for it. So Krista sent this with me because she wanted me to show you another way to add a little bit of bling to this card. It's with this snowflake. So I've got this sitting here just to show you. On this card, when you guys got your kit, it just has some gems. I shouldn't say just. It has some amazing gems on this card. But there are these things called the wonderful snowflakes that are iridescent holographic kind of. And if you do have these at home, that's something you could add to the side of this, and it would just add a little bit of sparkle to the side of your card. Just FYI, in case you do and you want to do that, I wanted to call that out. I'll try to mention it again when we work on this card. So, all right, we talked about this stuff. We talked about this. So let's move this out of the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut our paper, you guys. So this is the ink, paper, scissors class. It's a product-based class where you get the quarter pack of paper. So I do not do any of the pre-cutting on the designer paper. You get your kits that include cardstock, and then you get a full pack of embellishments. So make sure you get your embellishments out of there. All of your ribbon will be on its roll. I don't open them up and make any bows ahead of time for you guys on this class. Other classes I do, but not this one. This is my easy kitting up class, which is amazing. I love kitting up this class, you guys. It's so much fun for me because it's easier, right? What happens though is you get extra material so that you guys have the ability to make more of these cards if you want to. And so we love designing these cards with lots of designer paper because you guys have your quarter pack. You can use as much of it as you want. So what I like to do now is, first and foremost, I like to go through and cut the paper as a group so that you can see how I would cut it, and just to make sure then you can slip it into your envelope so that you're good to go. And so we're going to do that first. We're going to go through and cut it. So I'm going to grab my trimmers here, and then I'll flip the camera down. Okay, and I'm trying to think here how we want to do it. So you guys have so if you're new, this is your first ink, paper, scissors with me. We're going to go through our paper here, cut out what we need, and then put whatever we don't need back in our envelope or in our baggie. But at the same token, we're going to get the kit ready for full, so it's ready. So we're going to find which kit and need to put the designer paper in. So we're going to start with, we're going to start with this guy right here. So with this one, you guys, I'm going to call this your gourmet card. There's a lot of little pieces and parts in here, but ultimately we're going to need to cut, hi, RN. I wonder, I still don't know off the top of my head who RN is. So I always try to figure out who that is. I had an idea that just popped in my head, but I'm not sure anymore. So what we're going to do is cut this designer paper. You guys, all of these little bits and parts are from the card kit, or the die set. We did add in a couple other things. Like this die right here is from Potted Succulents. And like this die right here is pulled in from Joyful Flurry. The painted labels back here are pulled in from like the seasonal labels dies. Painted texture for the embossing. Some snowy white paper here. Hi, Mary Schreiber. So we're going to start with this one though. And what we want to do is find that one with the little mini villages. So it is not that one, that one. So on the back side is the more subtle snowflake print. On this side is with the house and little guys. Ruth is not Ruth Nicholson. Okay, I didn't think of you, Ruth. I thought of RN like as in a nurse, like a registered nurse. And so I had somebody in mind, and I don't know, maybe it is. If you want to privately message me, you can see if my mystery is being solved. So you guys, this is 1 3/4 by 5. So what you need to do, it's 5 tall, right? So I know 1 3/4 and 1 3/4 equals 3 1/2. Hi, Judy Bobo. Waving from the UP, right? Woo, woo. So we know we need to get 2 panels right here out. So the question is, do you want to cut this off or do you want to cut this off, right? So that's a decision that you need to make. Like how do you want to do it? Some people might even opt to cut this and then that out. And so they have a whole like L that's left here, or a backwards L. So I know Naughty Nancy probably does not care one way or another. So what I'm going to do is flip it at 5 inches. And what it does then is it cuts an inch off here. So you can either cut up or you can cut down. So at 5 inches, we're going to cut that off and you're left with an inch scrap. Do with it what you like. And then we need to have a 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. So me being me, I'm going to cut it at 3 1/2 because I know I don't have to buy the set, but your cards are fabulous. Thanks, Mary. I know that 1 3/4 and 1 3/4 is 3 1/2. So I'm going to cut it at 3 1/2, knowing that this is extra, okay? And then now I need to cut this down the middle, so which is at 1 3/4, right? And so these are your 2 pieces. They should be identical. Oh, Susie Socks, you're probably like 20 seconds behind me. Sometimes that's what it is. So knowing that these should stay together, you guys, because they create a scene, like I wouldn't reverse them if you can avoid it. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I would try to keep them. I always try to keep the left one on the top, okay? So that's what we need for this card. So while you have your envelopes, look for the one that has the poppy here, and then you can put those 2 little slips of paper in your envelope to keep it nice and safe and organized. Extra scraps to set aside for now. So that's that card. So then let's look at this card. This is the more springy one. So we need this piece right here. You guys have the PDF tutorial. It got emailed out to you on Saturday, which is awesome. Thank you to Karen Wetstein for proofreading it. Yay. 3 by 5 1/4, I think. Nope, 3 by 5 1/8. So 3 by 5 1/8 on this one. So let's find our piece of paper. It's that springy mushroom one, which is the very last one in my stack. Thanks for sharing, Susie. Hi, Faye Gabby. The fold is at 1 1/2 and the DSP. Yes, Faye, that is accurate. Yep, it hangs over. I think I mentioned that in the PDF tutorial that you have to be careful gluing that. Yep, it hangs over, right? Because I wanted the DSP to be centered between the white because this is a fun fold, you guys. So yeah, that is correct, Faye. It does hang over. So just please take note that when it comes time to glue this, if you need to leave before I get this card done, you do not want to put adhesive here, and you do not want to put adhesive here. And you can tell I was stamping, I got blue ink on my finger. And you don't want to put adhesive there. So yep, that is correct, Faye. So good pointing that out. All right, finally figured out, but I can't chat with you live when I click on your Facebook saying your life in Facebook. I have to go straight to YouTube and go in there. Yes, Penny, that makes sense that you got to be in YouTube. You got to be watching and commenting in YouTube. You can't be in Facebook and comment. That makes sense. So this one, you guys, is 3 by 5 1/8. So what I'm going to do is cut it at, cut it at 5 1/8 here, because it's tall, right? So I'm going to cut it at 5 1/8 this way to give me the height that I needed, and then I'm going to cut it at 3. Okay, so that still gives you another mat, you guys. If you want to go and make another card, you have a second mat ready to go. So this piece right here, you guys, goes on this card. So let's find our Balmy Blue, which was, I believe, that one, and that will need to go in here. Okay, so as long as we're on this card, though, and we have this envelope up, there's a mushroom house and there's a gnome. And there's also, you guys, let's look at these 3 cards. All 3 of these have gnomes and they have, not all have mushrooms. There's 2 mushrooms. So, Faye, I hope that made sense. It was a good question. I hope that made sense. So, hi, Linda Hunt, just watching. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so we need gnomes. And so you guys are going to have gnomes. They're all different. So pick and choose what you want. Just know that this one is going to look good with a coastal cabana nose. This one is going to look, no, a coastal cabana hat. I was looking at his nose when I said nose, I think. So this one you want a coastal cabana gnome hat, gnome wearing a hat. This one you want one wearing a reddish hat. And then this one was saved for the blue hat, okay? So just being simple and easy, like here I have 4 gnomes to choose from. Here I have 4. I could, in essence, this one has more of a light red hat where this one has the dark red hat. So I'm going to keep it all within this sheet for Naughty Nancy, and I'm going to cut these apart, right? So I know it feels like odd, but what you could do if you wanted to salvage this, you know, because you guys got it as 6 by 6, you could trim, because look at the other side and see what that is for a pattern. You could, to save, like conserve this strip here versus cutting straight up it, you could cut that off and save this. And then that's really close to the top. Hi, Cindy Runtree. Hi, Lisa's Basic. So now what you can do is you're gonna, I would, if I were you, I would just take this, and you're gonna eventually go get your dies and use them. If you don't have the dies, you're gonna just take your scissors and fussy cut. So that is a scrap now. And then this little gnome here is the blue one. And then this little gnome is gonna be the red hat for Nancy. So these are extra. You can put them on your scrap pile. All right, so this one also has a mushroom. So as long as we're working on that. Okay, perfect. I'm glad, Faye. Thanks for confirming. So we need our mushrooms. Let's look at our mushroom pieces, because we also need this piece for this card right here. So we got to be strategic about this. So let's see here. This is going to be super close. I think that it's going to cut that mushroom a little bit short. And I wonder, I didn't look at the paper until right now about what would be good. This is 2 and I think 3/8 is what I'm thinking that one is. I should almost pull up the measurements for you guys. I was going to see once, because what we do need is a red mushroom and a blue mushroom, right? So I was going to use those, but I was going to see if it is. Look at that. It's 2 and it will work. Okay, you guys. So good work here. So we're going to use this blue mushroom and this red mushroom for these 2 cards, right? And then we need this piece here, which is on the back side, to be the strip for this. So if you look here, like, you know, between these 2 pieces, you will definitely have enough. Like this one is also 2, and we have 2 and 3/8 there. So again, I think you could have enough to make another set of cards. So I'm gonna just double check this kit right here, because we did a little baby margin on it. And so this is what you guys have in your kit. You have these 2 strips. This one is 2 and 5/8. So it's going to be 2 and a half. 2 and 3/8 would be perfect. Okay, so guys, talking out loud, don't ignore me if it's not making sense. But what we want to do, so that's going to go here, that one's going to go here, that one here, and now what we want to do is cut 2 and 3/8 off from right here. So let's do 2 and 3/8. Now that leaves us with this piece where you can get, you know, if you want to save this, you can, but I'm just going to cut this. And then we've got our blue mushroom house for this one. We've got our red for this one. And now we've got our 2 and 3/8, which is for this card right here. So that fits on here. Very nice. Okay. And then I'm just going to re-measure this real quick. So this needs to be 5 1/8. So now you're going to turn this way and cut it at 5 1/8. And then that is going to be your mat. for this card right here. Okay, so we still have a little bit left to do. Your little tealy hat here, this gnome can go in there. We still need to cut one more piece right here and one more on this card, but let's cut this because we have it up here and open on the side. So this is the one with the trees right there. So let's grab this out. Now, try to make this in a way that you have almost a full tree, right? So let's grab the ruler and double check this measurement. So this needs to be 1 3/8 high. So 1 3/8 high, basically, so do you see how on here there's a stump and then here this one's cut off? So I do want a full strip. So I'm gonna cut a little bit, you guys. So I'm gonna cut off right at the tip of that one tree and cut the stump off. You can save this for a scrap. And now I have it at 1 3/8. So let's go like this and cut it at 1 3/8. So now this is going to make our strip through here, right? So that's gonna go here. And then this is needing to be at 3 7/8. I'm not really concerned about the edges. I just wanted my strip to be right so that my trees weren't cut in half. So this is gonna be a little scrap and this piece fits right on here, okay? So that needs to go into that kit. And then this is a scrap. Change to the iPad. Perfect, Susan. Okay, so now we have that one done. And we should have this one done. So let's put all of this back in for Naughty Nancy so that she has it ready to go. And then let's find the blue card because that's where this needs to go, you guys. Oh, great, Linda. I'm glad that you like the tips. This mushroom, there is a die cut for this, you guys, so you don't have to fussy cut it. Hi, Yvette Smith. Better late than never is what we always say. All right, and then the last card is that one. Okay, so we have this one left. So we already have our mushroom and our gnome. What we need to do is we need to cut the designer paper. And it is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Okay, so let's find it. It's this pretty blue one. So we said 4 7/8 long or wide. And then, so we'll cut that at 4 7/8. Hi, Carol Alanis, you're catching me live. This is almost a first, I think. All right, so 4 7/8 wide. So, Carol, I'm curious how your first class with me was. You did Sweetest Christmas last week. I hope you enjoyed it. And then 3 5/8. So let's cut this at 3. So we flip it and do 3 5/8. All right, so scrap. And then now you've got your piece for on your white. And you've already got your dude here and your house. And so let's just put these in here. So now in terms of designer paper, you guys should have the complete cards that we're ready to do a little bit of stamping and then we can assemble. And so what we do is we're going to grab these. So this is all extra, you guys. And if you look at this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So you have enough to do. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. You have another set to make more cards, like identical, by just adding some of the bases and the die cut images, like the die cut shapes and such. All right, so we're gonna put her slip back in here, and we're gonna put her cards in here. So what Naughty Nancy does is she lets me borrow her kit so I can show you guys how to do the cutting, because I cut my DSP ahead when I'm prepping my kits for my samples. So that's what you get, you guys. You get this when you do an ink, paper, scissors class with me. Everything's cut now. We'll put this out of the way. Hi, Penny. I hope you guys enjoy it. South Carolina. I love it down in South Carolina. So let's look at what you guys have. So now I have my kits here ready to go. And I have an order I want to do this with you. I want to do this one first. And then I want to do this one. All right, and then we're gonna do this one and then this one. So that's the order. So we're gonna do the balmy blue and then the fun fold and then this and this. So I can grab them, and there's a reason I wanna do them like that. It's because it has to do with different ways to use this ribbon. So one of the things we did is we challenged ourselves to use this ribbon in unconventional ways, meaning not just as how it is on this roll, which it's really pretty, but it's a 2-in-1, you guys. It's a twofer. There's a little baby ribbon, and then there's another ribbon right on the on the back side. So there's two, and it's white on one side, right? And then it's like that. But we're gonna show you some tips and tricks with this ribbon tonight so that you can get the most bang for your buck with that ribbon and not just use it with balmy blue cards. So this is the first card we're gonna work on. And in your kits, you guys, you will have a piece of balmy blue. It is not a full mat, I shouldn't say, it's not a full base. It is cut off a little bit short here. Hi, Luann Johnson. And it's cut off just enough so that you can see a little white border around the edge here. So in your kit then, you'll also have your basic white mat for the inside. You have a white mat for here. You guys will have the designer paper that you just cut, and that will go on here. And then you will have a balmy blue mat, a white mat, and a white mat, okay? And then whenever you have a moment, you know, get your little bits and parts here die cut. So I already previously die cut my mushroom house and my gnomesy. And then you have a little strip here, and that is from the Frosted Flurry dies. So let's do a little stamping and get that out of the way, and then we're gonna do a little blending. So I used Poppy Parade on this, and I just realized that I didn't put any of the stamps out. So, oh, and I didn't turn my volume down. So we're gonna do here Warm Wishes, and we need our little gnomesy dude. So right there is the one I'm gonna do on the inside here. And that's what I think we need for the moment. I have a block here, and we have a block here. And so we're gonna do, so the goal was to use all 4 of the sentiments. So there's 4 sentiments. Warm wishes, your kindness does not go unnoticed. You know me so well, ha ha ha. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So we did that. We got, each card has that featured, each one of those featured. And so this one fit, this Joyful Flurry die. The Warm Wishes fit on here really nicely. So I am going to practice. And now you guys, because I only have one little die cut here, if you ever get it die cut and there's that on the back, that's just from the plates. And what you can do is you can scrape it off. It comes off. But I'm not gonna, I like to practice on the back first, just because I wanna see if I can get it right. I can get it right. And now I just try to do the same thing again. And if the front then doesn't work as good, I still have the back, that's good. But don't squeeze too hard with this one. It's such a little small stamp. And if you get ink on the side and you push too hard, you guys, you'll definitely get something like that, like a halo. We like halos on angels. All right, so then on the inside, we have him or her, whatever it is there. So Memento Black ink. And that's on the white piece here. All right, so that's right here. Look at all those purple hearts, you guys. Look at this. All that purple love. I love it. You guys know I love me my purple. All right, so you cannot put the gnome on the right-hand side because you would see it peeking out. So on this one, you want to make certain that you stamp him to the left. And then if you want to put a sentiment on the inside, you could. I would put it up here. And just be careful not anything really comes out the corner unless you intend it. I saw somebody on one of the cards last week, they decorated the whole side of that with some stamping, and it looks super cool coming through the edge. So there's the one gnome. And if you want to get happy, color happy, you could color this just like what Carissa did on her card here, right? So you could definitely pull out your blends or your colored pencils and go crazy coloring. Sky's the limit. All right, so let's get a little glue happy so we get rid of some pieces here. All right, so this will get glued on the inside. Oh, we're covering up my pretty snowflake paper. Oh, well, you know what? If you would prefer to have snowflakes on the outside, you could. All right, so this goes on your one basic white mat here. All right, and get that nice and centered. Then this one goes on your inside here. And then we can also, we can't put this down yet. We got to do a little ribbon. So let's do that first. So with this ribbon, you cannot put it, it doesn't make sense to put it all the way around this, right? You're just wasting it if you put it on this side. So we really only need like this much and about a little bit to flip around the back. You guys, is about maybe 2.5 inches. So what I would do is grab my tear-in tape, have this waiting in the wings, have that one waiting, and then put one here, and then we're gonna put one more right about here. Okay, so pick these off, and then you can attach your ribbon. I'm going for the center, right? It's about the center, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. If you wanna get a ruler out, you definitely can and measure it, but this is gonna go right about here. I want it right there. And then flip your little tail over and it's gonna catch the tear-in tape, right? But I wanna make sure that's nice and secure, so I'm gonna put one more over the top, and then I'm gonna do my tear-in tape sandwich here on the back as well. And then now we can glue this down, right? You wanna make sure you get that ribbon behind there. And then this will go onto the front here. Just like so. Okay. All right. We have a little bit of work to do on this piece here. And this will eventually get glued on here, which is glued on here and then put on here. So let's do that, and well, not do that, let's color. So do you see the background here, you guys, is colored. It is blue and it is crumb cake. And that requires a little bit of ink blending with your ink and also some blending brushes. So we're gonna do the crumb cake first. And I like to keep my different brushes, and I get asked, do you clean out your brushes or not? I do. And so this had a different color in it and washed it out, and it still has that remnants of red, but it'll come out crumb cake on here for us. And what I'm gonna do is I'm creating a little sandy beach for him so we can, he or she, this one's a girl, but I don't know what, where I gotta find my die cut. I think, oh, that one's a girl too. And so she's gonna be able to get her toes in the sand. All right, so we're gonna just put a little bit of crumb cake ink on the bottom so that she can take off her shoes, kick off her shoes, and run her toes through the sand. And so I'm looking here, and I wanna go up to a right about there, and it doesn't matter about the line because it's designed so that you won't see the transition between the blue and the crumb cake. So I'm just going in nice little circles, and you can put it as dark or as light as you want. So look at how dark that got compared to that one. And that is quite all right. They're gonna both be a little different. All right, so then grab your Balmy Blue. I'm gonna flip this to a different area so that I'm not picking up crumb cake ink on here. So I'm gonna do the same thing with Balmy Blue. I'm working, you can see I'm going in circles. It helps so that you don't get streaky lines. I get ink, I start off the edge of the paper, and then I work my way on. I do notice on my cards when I do this, I always get a little bit darker along the edges. It gives it kind of like a border, like a border in such a way. So, all right, the sky's the limit, you guys. So look at this, like you can see that's a little bit lighter, and all you have to do is keep adding color. And now I'm getting down to where the crumb cake is. And I'm not gonna hit the crumb cake so much, only because I don't need to have it blend together so well. Because ultimately you got your girl and you got your mushroom, and they're gonna kind of cover up that transition where they meet. But I am gonna get a little bit darker at the top here. All right, Corinne, we'll catch you later. All right, so we've got some balmy blue sky going on here. So let's take and put that away. And we don't need this. I think we're done with that. And how does that look? So you guys, if you wanted to, let's see where my brush is. You could come down just a hair more because there might be a little spot there that is open. So we'll just bring a little bit more color down. So, all right, are you guys good so far? We've got our little background here done with blending brushes. And now we can take and flip this over. We're done with that. And we can adhere that onto our mat that is white. And that goes here. Now it really pops. You guys were like, why do I have two white pieces? I know it. That's probably what somebody thought. And then you realize that one of them is the mat and one is needing the ink coloring. So then this is gonna go onto our balmy blue piece. You guys, it feels like Thursday night for me. It's so weird. All right, so then now this can go on here. All right, now, gotta be careful because we do not wanna put adhesive right here on this part that overhangs. Okay, so what are we gonna do? And I did pop this up. So I'm gonna grab my, oh man, look at that, you guys. Getting to the end of the dimensionals. Look at this, we're gonna clean this sheet up. And, all right, so what I'm gonna do to make sure I don't risk going over the edge, I'm gonna put a line of dimensionals right down this side. Oh man, here we go, guys. We all have to do this. So troll, you guys, you got a hard press on here and report and then unwanted, oh, there, we want that. So I was talking to Chris about this over the weekend. Sounds like we all have to do that. And then once, like a lot of us get rid of that person, then they go away. We learned this last week on Mystery Card Night. They kept coming back and coming back. So what you got to do is, I think we all got to kind of collectively report it. Thanks, Feline. Yep, collectively just report it. And eventually when it gets reported enough times, then I think that that is enough for them to be gone for good. So thanks for reporting, everybody. Yes, we learned that, you guys, during Mystery Card Night last week. We really did figure that out. So yeah, so it's like, just get it. Yeah. And I don't know, I think we figure out the comment still kind of stays there. But we don't get crazy about it anymore. Like last week, that was driving me bonkers. But so we're just going to put that down. And then I noticed that I have it a little bit closer to the edge over here. And I'm going to do that because I want to leave a little bit more room here for my bow over on that side. So I'm just going to bring it over to the edge a little bit more. And then, all right, now we need to put a bow here and our mushrooms and our lady here. So we're going to pop up the mushroom top and we're going to pop up her head and throw away a sheet of dimensionals. Yay! All right, so we're going to take those off and we're going to put a little liquid glue at the bottom. So you guys, I like my multi-adhesives, right? So flat on the bottom, popped up on the top. Mushroom's going to go over here. And then she'll go right here. And then we can put our little sentiment. And there's a, oh, look at this. I got another sheet of dimensionals right here. So I'm going to put a dimensional on the left. And then I'm going to liquid glue it. Hi, Gwen Petrashek. All right. Thanks, everybody, for reporting. Hopefully that clears that up. So we're going to put this right here. So a little dimensional on the left, liquid glue on the right, nice and straight. And then we got to make a bow, you guys. Oh man, you got to make a bow. So grab your bow maker. And this is a little bit finicky because this ribbon is one-sided. All right, so it doesn't look the same on the other side. So what I got to do is I got to be careful while I'm wrapping it around. And so I'm going to cross it so I've got the white meeting the white. And then when I go up and over, I've got the blue, because did you take off the release paper on the right edge? I don't know. The release paper on the right edge. I had liquid glue over here. Luann, I don't know what the release paper is. I mean, I think that's the wax paper, but on the right edge, I don't know. Oh, right. Ha ha, I didn't. I get it now. Okay, I'll do that in a second. You're so observant. So what we're going to do is this now comes down the front, because you guys, this is the front of our bow here, right? So this comes under then. And now when I tie this, I want to make sure I tie it in a manner so that my blue faces the front there. So I've got my tails now white to the back. It makes a humpy humpus of a knot. It does. It really does. And what we're going to do is trim it for the second. And I'm going to go take off my wax paper here on my right side so that my card sticks. There we go. See, now we're back in business. Good job. Good catch. Gold star for Luann. All right, so now we're going to use glue dots to put this on. And I'm going to put one right where the Humpty Hump of the bow goes, right here. So do you see how that bow turned out, you guys? Muy bonito. Yes, so that goes right there. And then, because my tails are kind of flippy-floppy and my bunny ears are flippy-floppy, I like not to have flippy-floppy going on. So I'm going to put a little glue dot down so my bunny ear stays there. And we're going to put a glue dot for that tail. This tail's looking pretty decent. He's good. So by putting those two glue dots, it actually is good, but I'm going to do one more over on this side to catch that bow. All right. I think that I don't need one on there. He's got low on order going on right now. So take your ribbon scissors and you're going to trim these guys. Now they might end up fraying a little bit, and that's okay. I'm figuring out how I want to trim them. I want to trim them with the edge of the card. So we're going to go like that. And I'm going to lift this up and go like that. All right. Not too crazy, right? We got a nice little bowsy on the side. And what you can do is use your fine sparkle gems. Yeah, so I did a Tip Tuesday on a bow maker back in February of 2021, you guys, going on 2 years ago. And you guys, I get asked for it, for the link. All you gotta do is type Cards by Christine Bowmaker. And I talk about doing double side, or the ribbon is only one-sided. So we're gonna put one of those there. And one there. We got some snowflakes in the sky. All right, and then we'll put one in there. And I feel like I have two over here. So we're gonna take a peach one, put that there, and mix it in with that one. So you guys have a whole pack of embellishments. Use as many or as few as you would like to. Whatever you want. All right, so I've got a cover right here. We'll put this back. You guys, we got our first card done. Start to finish. Whoop, whoop. Okay. And color him if you want to. All right, so there is our first card done. So we'll put that on the bottom of the pile. And we'll set him here. I was just looking, you guys. I forgot to show off my Happy Mail. So I'm going to set these out. Oh, perfect, Terry. She went and referred to the video when she was making a bow last night. That's awesome. Very, very cool. All right, you guys. In this one, don't lose your little bits and parts. There's lots of little mushroom pieces and gnome pieces. All right, so we're going to do this for Naughty Nancy because I've already done mine. So we're going to grab her ribbon and show you what to do so that she's got hers done. All right. So on this card, there's just a little bit of stamping. You can stamp your guy in the middle, and then we'll stamp a sentiment. I got Naughty Nancy's ribbon here, so I see I've got mine already ready to go. But I got to show you how to do this so that you're prepped and ready for the next cards. Let's talk about the ribbon. So this just weaves back and forth here, and it weaves back and forth here. But you notice it's only white. But how do you do that? So we're going to take and open this. You guys, I hate opening up these ribbons, but that's what you need to do. Get that off of there. And we need to cut enough for this card. And then our next card is, if you look at this, where did we get that navy ribbon? Oh man, it is about the same length, right? So it's like this and that and double. So we're just gonna cut this much, right? Just guessing. I'd rather do a little much than not enough. So what do we have to do though? We have to pull this apart, you guys. So you start it on the end and you start to pull. You might need your scissors because there are these little plastic pieces that, like there's plastic fish line kind of is what I guess I'd call it. It's really fine and you just got to keep cutting and ripping it. And don't worry, you're not hurting it. You're just pulling the white and the blue apart. So this actually gives you another ribbon, right? It gives you a white ribbon. And with that white, you can make that almost any color you want to. So we're just cutting this. I'm not going, there's still like little scrapperonis everywhere on here and we'll come back and clean that up. But for now, yeah, Marcia, you need to get a bow maker and then you'll know, then you'll be able to watch the video and be able to practice while you watch the video. People love it because they can stop and start and stop and start the video while they're practicing. So we're cutting. You guys, did you ever think to do this with this ribbon? I give this one to Carissa. She pulled this apart and she's like, yup, very cool. This works. So we're cutting and pulling, snipping, pulling, right? So these little plastic threads are holding this together. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to put too big of holes in here, right? So almost there, and we're going to cut this one last, and it came apart. Ta-da! Very cool. Now you got a little mess though. There's all this fish line stuff. I don't know if you guys can see on there. It's all over. So what you need to do is pull it off, and we're going to set it right onto this card. And what you can do is kind of just like take my thumbnail and kind of grab it all. You might have to cherry pick one by one. Like that one's a big piece, just pull that. You want to get that fish line off of there because you just want it nice and silky smooth. So if you feel one that's rough, just get it, pull it off. And yes, so you guys never knew the ribbon would do this. Very good, Terry. So this is a good aha learning moment that, you know, super cool. When your ribbon, you can get so many more uses out of it. So now you've got this silky, balmy blue ribbon, okay? That you need to save for the next card. Oh, this is Naughty Nancy's. And now you have this white one, but there's still all these little scrappers on here that you got to pull these off of here. It's like you can kind of see that stuff. It's like fish line. So we're just going to pull that off of here. And I might have cut way much more than I needed, but we'll see. I'd rather, you know, then you can use it for another card too if you did. So I'm still practicing when I make bows. I sure love when the teacher puts it in the kits, but I know it's a ton of work. Yeah, I know, you guys, for the sweetest Christmas class, I had to make 96 bows. And I'm like, I think about that when I'm designing cards. I will not do a 4-card class and have all 4 cards with a bow. I'm like, one will have a bow and that's it. All right, so you guys, you have this piece of white. That's what we need for this card. Now, I probably cut way too much. I probably cut 10 inches. Don't probably need that much. But I'm going to throw, so you guys can see, this is what I pulled off of there. That needs to go in the garbage. Try not to miss the garbage can because otherwise you'll be getting it caught in your toes and your shoes. All right, so we got that ready for Nancy. So we'll put that back here. And we're going to keep going with our stamping. Okay, so I didn't do the scoring for me. I wanted to show you guys. So this is, this piece of paper is 5 1/4 high by 11 inches wide. And we're going to do the scoring together on this. So let's grab the scoreboard. I love using the scoreboard, you guys. So I'm going to pull that out just to show you how easy this is. So we have the scores at 1.5, 3.5, 7.5, and 9.5. Okay, that's all that I did to your card base. Okay, it's just scored like that. Oh, I'm glad that you like the ribbon tip, Lynn. That's awesome. All right, so then now this guy, we're gonna fold it this way, burnish it, and then this guy gets folded back. Try to make sure it's straight. Okay, I just noticed that there is, somehow, I got blue ink on here. So right off the bat, we're gonna flip it the other way. And I wonder where I've got this blue ink coming from. Somewhere. So we're gonna just put it inside out, and then that will go to the back. And now this last one, I really wanna make sure that they kind of meet in the middle. All right, so they do. And you guys, when you got your card kit from me, I just folded them one way and I folded them the other way. You're gonna have to refold it so it's correct. All right, now we get to get glue happy. So you can go, oh, we're gonna stamp first. So we're gonna put a little gnome on the inside here. Doesn't matter what side, left or right. That can go here. If you wanna color it, you're more than welcome to. And then the sentiment is in soft suede. It says, "Your kindness does not go unnoticed." That's in here. So we need that one in a bit. We'll need that one in a bit and that one. And so let's grab a little block. And put that right on here. And hi, Jean Maxwell from Phoenix. So you guys, this is from the Potted Succulents. This die is, so this one fits on here perfectly. So let's just do a little practicing. Oh, do I go for it? I'm gonna go for it, you guys. I'm not gonna go to the back first. If you wanted to practice on the back, you can. I think I'm gonna just go straight for it. Get her done. All right. Yes, okay. So that was good. Life is good. Stamps are straight. All right. That's it for stamping sentiments. But there is a little bit of sponging we need to do, and we'll do that in a second. So we need here, let's see. We need to do a little gluing, and then we can keep putting our gnome together. So we're gonna do a little bit of adhesive on the back here. This is gonna go onto our Poppy Parade little quarter sheet. So be careful, let's put that on here. So this is just 5.5 by 4 1/4. And when that sits on here now, you'll have a good mat, your 1/8 inch all the way around. And now for this designer strip paper, make sure you get it right. Like mine fit together like that, so I know it goes left and right. I'm not gonna glue the back of them because I'm gonna risk going over the edge. So what I am gonna do is put a little bit of adhesive right here and then set that one down, and now center it so that your white is all the way around. Like that. And then now do a little bit of adhesive there. And then this one can go on here. So that looks good. So you got your white border all the way around. All right, so there you go. That's our card is taking shape, right? So this is this label die and this one are from like the seasonal label dies, that Christmas set that's in the annual catalog. And if you wanted to, you could in fact take a white ink pad with a dauber and you could hover over the top of that to give it some definition. A lot of it does get covered up, so I'm not going to because I got to run over and get it, so I'm going to leave it. But I'm going to know that that goes here. This and this, let's see here. We need to grab, so I've got a little bit of blend sponge daubering. Let's see what color. Nope, that's red. So we need a dauber. What color is this? That's going to be for pool party. Okay, hang on. I'm going to try to find a dauber here. So we need to do, like his nose is petal pink. So you guys, you have a hat, you have 2 mushrooms, you have his feet, you have a nose, and you have 2 mushroom stumps, and you have his beard going on. So let's see, this one, I'm gonna use a little soft suede, and just go around my mushrooms to give them a little color around the edges. It does too much, but it just adds a little bit of ink. And then we're gonna do the second mushroom. So these mushrooms, all these dies, you guys, are in this die set, right? So you got mushrooms. Now we need to do, so that's it for soft suede. We're gonna do pale papaya, and we gotta get petal pink. So pale papaya, petal pink, and another dauber. So this does look like it's gonna give me blue, but it is cleaned out. So we're gonna go trust the process here. We're gonna see if we get pale papaya without getting blue. Yep, we're gonna be fine. So I'm just doing a little bit of shading. Again, completely not necessary, but putting a little bit of shading around the hat just gives it a little definition. And I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use the same dauber, and I'm gonna do petal pink. Just gonna wipe it out good. And now grab your little nose here. And you can sponge around the nose here with petal pink, and just gives it a little bit of color around the nose. So I think that's it for the coloring. So put my thumb in it, you guys. Do you ever do that at home? Definitely did it here. So not necessary to have these two colors, you guys. Don't generally use them a lot, but they were used to do a little bit of shading. All right, so let's see, those are done. And what group is petal pink in? It's in subtles, Angela. Petal pink is a subtle color. So let's, I'm gonna use glue dots to put this gnome together. So I'm gonna put a glue dot right where his private parts are. And then I'm gonna attach his beard there. It felt weird doing that, you guys, it really did. And what I'm gonna try to do is get his nose straight down his body, right, like that. His hair here from his beard is in fact longer than his feet. He does need a good beard trimming. If you know anybody, that would be helpful. And then you guys, we're gonna put a glue dot up here where his nose is. And if you want to use liquid glue, you could try, but I'll be honest, with this velvety paper, liquid glue does not dry so well. So we're gonna just use glue dots because they're super, super sticky. And there's this outline for where the hat fits here, and that fits right in those grooves like that. Okay, just like that. And definitely the nose would benefit from being popped up. So we're gonna put a dimensional right for his nose there, and then put the nose right there. Okay, very nice, very nice. For the mushrooms, we're going to put a glue dot right at their base as well. And okay, they are different. There's a mushroom stump that's longer. We're gonna have that one go here. Violated. I did violate the gnome, you guys. It felt bad. I felt bad doing it. I really did. It was like, oh man, shouldn't be touching you there. Okay, and then this one right here is gonna go right over the top of that to help with the sturdiness. And then this other one right here goes on that mushroom. And then I'm gonna put a little dimensional right to help secure it, right? Just kind of goes overlapping slightly. Okay. So we got that stuff. Our gnome is prepped. All right, let's look at our label, because the ribbon is not coming out of one thing. It's coming out of two things, right? It's coming out over here, and it's coming out of the label. But we definitely need our tear and tape to make this work. So I'm gonna put a couple of these waiting in the wing tapes here, and I'm gonna work at this top corner, because that one's easy. So I put my tape in the top right-hand corner, and I got my little schnibblins here. I hope this is long enough. I still got fish wire on here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is start at the top here, catch my tear and tape on the back, make my little loop, catch my tear and tape. Did you see how little ribbon I actually had here, you guys? I think it was not even 6 inches. I have 4 1/4 inches, okay? That's what I gave myself to do this. So we're gonna put the little tail and then flip out the tail, and grab your tear and tape and secure it. At the same time, we're going to trim the end as it needs to be. And I might not have 4¼ might not be enough. So we'll be okay. We're gonna work on Naughty Nancy's piece because hers was really long. So what we're gonna do here is, oh, I just did this wrong. Hang on. So I'm leaving that tear and tape there, you guys, but that's not supposed to be there. I mean, it can be there, it's fine. What I was pointing out before I started that was the other is underneath this one right here. So let's put our tear and tape right there because it's coming out this bottom corner. And so this is not enough to do the whole loop. So we are going to, oh, look at this. Nope, we're gonna grab just a little bit off of here. So that was like 4¼ and we just needed about that much more. So 6 inches would have been plenty, I think. So let's put this on here like a little loop. So we're gonna do a little, this is called piecemealing it, you guys. So we're gonna make a little loop like that. And this is where we need just a little more tear and tape. And then we'll be able to put this tail right like that and cover up, get that little schnibble off there. And then, so this will be, oh, and you guys, do you see what I did? I have that one going that way and I have this one going this way. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It looks good regardless. So how do we put this together now? So on this painted texture piece here, you want to do the kind of the same thing we did on the last card. We're going to prep it by putting some dimensionals on that side. And then we're also going to put right near the folded seam here. We're going to put some there. And then I'm also going to put 2 more there. We got good measure here. And by putting them as far here to the edge, and then as far to the left, we're not going to risk going over. And so now what you can do is just pick this up, center it, top to bottom, left to right, like that. And now you don't have it on the back, okay? So this one right here, this label was going more horizontal than up and down. So what we can do is we'll take that off and we're going to adhere this with liquid glue the rest of the way because it's flat. So that goes kind of in the center like this. And our Gnomesy, he's popped up at the top, but you don't want to have adhesive underneath his hat here. So we're going to come down just a little bit and then we'll put 2 right there. And we're going to leave his feet for right now without adhesive. And we're going to not set him down we're just going to let him hang here for a second. And then this label gets popped up. And so what we'll do is leave that with the tear and tape, leave it on, and we'll put dimensionals. Now, we don't want dimensionals to be hanging over the edge here, right? So we're just going to put 1 more up here because that little bit does hang over. And so we're going to just set this right onto that painted label die, the red poppy one here, and kind of have it so he's standing on this. I'm going to come back and put some glue underneath the feet, but for right now I just want to get this kind of situated right there. And then our mushrooms, take off your dimensionals, and you're going to just tuck this one underneath. And what we could do, I was looking at it, I was wondering how wiggly it was going to be. It's just a little wiggly. So what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of liquid glue right at the bottom. And then that will help secure the stem. So just be careful as you're putting that in there. So that'll go there. And then we'll put a little bit of liquid glue here. And this one will right next to it. Just like that. Okay, so with the legs, I'm not going to try to sneak liquid glue in there. So what I'm going to do is just take a little mini glue dot, and we're going to pick that off, and we're going to try to put that underneath his foot. So that'll help secure him and give him good grounding. And then he won't be all wiggly. Yep, that helped that. This is now can get pushed down. We got our mushrooms good. This can get pushed down. Okay, I think that came together pretty good. So that rolled away. So we're gonna put that back here. Whew. The little gemsies. Oh, we didn't Stella anything. Oh man, you guys, we didn't Stella anything on the last one. So on this one, this last one, you do not want to Stella anything that had to do with the blending. It will not be good. So let's make sure there's no yellow in there. So on this one though, you can Stella anything that is DSP related. So, because it will not blend, I mean, it will not bleed. So you could definitely Stella up your whole mushroom house like that. And then on this one, do you want to Stella his beard? We'll Stella his beard. Give him a little bit of bling in his beard here. All right, very good. And then we could also Stella up these mushrooms a little bit. If you want to Stella up the hat, his nose, whatever. All right, the label here, you could do a little bit around the edge. I'd be very careful not to hit the ink though, because it would bleed. All right, there. Now we're back on track with our Stella action. And then we've got gemsies. So this one, there's a little pink one in there. So we're gonna grab that and put one of those up there. And we'll grab a blue, well, let's do a peachy one down here, there. And then we can grab another little pink one, go right there. And then we'll sneak a little blue one. Let's see, a little, this pool party-ish color. We'll put that right over here. So that's 1, 2, 3. We want one more. I wonder if I had 1, 2. Oh, I got 2 up there. Let's do that. So grab one of these, go there with it, and then a little peachy one can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's do one more. 2, 4, 6. We'll do 7, you guys. We'll put a pink one up here. There. You guys got a whole pack. Use them up. So, fun, easy little fun fold, you guys. So when it opens up, you got a little gnome in there. If you want to go ahead and color it, you definitely could do that. And then it shuts like this. So just a reminder not to put any adhesive here. And what's cool is you see the back side of this with the snowflakey. So thanks, Judy. Thanks, Sherry. Thanks, Becky. Woo, Melody says it too. Love it. You guys like this card. So, all right. Let's put, we're going to do that one next. So that's this card. And I wonder if this one is balmy blue and white. And then this one must go here. You guys, I got a card mess going on here. So this is my balmy blue and white. So that one goes here. I had my plastics in the wrong one. And we've got this one done. So let's put it away. And we'll do this guy next, which is soft suede. Perfect. Okay. Let's set him over there. And we'll grab our next one. I lost my ribbon. That's all right. This one's going to be easy, you guys. You're going to like this one. It's so pretty. I think this one is my favorite. Oh, no, they're all like nice, but I like blue a lot with this one, with the wintry and the snowflakey. All right. So, you guys, we just talked about cutting apart your ribbon, right? So, you've got the white that you already used, and now you have this one right here, which is, in fact, balmy blue. You need it to become Night of Navy, okay? So, we're going to make it Night of Navy, and you know how we do that? We're going to color it. So, we need a Night of Navy ink pad, which I believe I have right here. So, you might get some blue fingers for this, okay, you guys? Let's look at what color that is. Not blue. This, I think, was, we're going to use this one, I think. Okay, you might end up with blue fingers, so be very careful. So, you're going to dip in your ink, and you're going to start coloring your ribbon. You guys, I did a Tip Tuesday on this about a good month to 2 months ago. It was the week before, it was Ink, Paper, Scissors featuring Splendid Thoughts. So it was a month ago. Yeah, maybe 2 months. It was somewhere in there. But what you're going to do is color your ribbon. So you can see balmy blue, Night of Navy. And you do want to flip it over. So you got to do both sides. We're going to do this first and foremost because the ink is wet. It doesn't dry so fast. So we're going to have to put a little bit of color. We're going to go all the way. So we're coloring Naughty Nancy's for her. And then I think I'm going to I think she's got way more than what she needs, and that's good because I need just a little bit of it because I gave myself that much, which is not going to get me very far. So we're going to keep coloring. You guys, the more ink you put on it, the darker it's going to get. So we're going to flip that over. Yes, Judy Immel, you could use your blends for this as well. The one difference that I noticed between using your blends to color this is that when you blend on ribbon, it makes your ribbon crunchy hard, okay? Like stiff. And that's okay, but it's not as flexible and pliable. And it dries right away though, so that's another thing. It does dry right away, where this ink doesn't quite dry right away, and the more you work with it, if it's wet, you're gonna get blue fingers, it might smear your paper. So the other option, what Judy just said, you can use a blend. You could also, if you wanted, what Carissa just said, you could use, oh yeah, she just said blends to color the ribbon, it'll dry quicker. So what she means by that, what they are meaning by that, is you take your Stampin' Blend like this, which what we're gonna do on the next card, and then you just color it. But you see how dark that got? It got super dark, right? So just know, if you don't want it that dark, that almost looks black, you might consider using, so this is the dark Night of Navy. You could definitely use the light Night of Navy, but it is gonna be a little bit darker, and then when it dries, it gets crunchy. That's how I guess I would explain it. And if you're not sure what I mean, use your blends and color some ribbon and you'll see what I mean. But this is still soft and it stays pretty soft, okay? So, all right, so that is coloring our ribbon. So there you go. We had a white ribbon and we used it white, and then we took a blue, balmy blue, and we made it Night of Navy. So, all right, so in your kit, you guys are gonna have this little square here, and it says, "You gnome me so well." So let's see here. If you run it through your fingers a few times after it dries, it becomes pliable again. Yep, okay, so there's a good tip from Deb Norman that you could use like your fingers or a bone folder, and you could run your fingers through it and it would make it pliable again. So you guys, there's no right or wrong way to color your ribbon. You definitely can do either option, and you could even use a blending brush to color it as well. You guys, when I stamp this, I'm gonna do it on an angle so that works that way. So let me get my navy ink here. I'm going straight for it again. So we're gonna see what happens. All right, good. And again, I did it at a diamond shape, right? So it's on an angle. There's a little guy in the inside. So we need the memento again, and we're gonna stamp. You guys, I didn't get very creative. Just stamping the gnome on the inside of every one of these. So you guys have two pieces of white. They are in fact the same size. One is for your inside and one is for your outside. So at the moment, it doesn't matter which one you grab because they're the same. On one, it's a mat on the inside that you actually stamp on, this one. And then the other one is a mat for the other side that does get covered up. Okay, so there's that. And let's not let you fall. Okay, so I think that might be it. So we're gonna let you sit for a moment and we're gonna get glue happy too. So you have a soft suede base. So fold that, score it, and gluing. So we're gonna work on this. So flip and flip and glue. So we're gonna glue our white mat. You guys, I did a double mat on this. So you got Night of Navy on the inside. It is for your double mat. So the DSP here should fit right on that. I didn't give myself a lot of border. Hang on. I'm gonna trim this just slightly. One moment, please. Let's get my trimmer. I was like, there's not a lot of white border on there. So you can very carefully trim off a little if you need to. So let's trim off a little bit. And I'm gonna practice backwards to see if that's better. All right, that'll be good. So now back to your regularly scheduled broadcast here. So do you see what I did there? I noticed as I was setting it down, I needed a hair off of this. And so I trimmed it very carefully, and then I tested it on the back where there wasn't glue, and then I proceeded. All right, so then this one is on your Night of Navy mat, which goes here. All right, and then flip these both over. Oh, I did this one different. I actually popped this up. You can see here I popped it up with some dimensionals. So that looks kind of cool. So let's do that. So our inside is glued flat. So we'll go ahead and put that. Now while you guys are working, you might want to work on getting your mushroom and your gnome cut out. I have that done already. There's our inside. So you should have that square diamond, that one in soft suede. You should have your little, this one's the dude, and then the little mushroom house, and then some ribbon. And so I talked about popping this up. So let's go ahead. Now, if you like your cards flatter, you don't have to pop this up, but I thought it gave it a little bit of dimension. And as long as I'm doing dimensionals, I'm flipping my mushroom house over, and I'm flipping the dude over, and this we're waiting on. Okay, so these can get picked. So I'm down to my little dimensionals, you guys, so I go for 9 then. And then that goes right onto the front, like that. And we got to get our ribbon put on. So let's do tear-in tape. And the ribbon is coming out over on this side and over on that side. So let's prep a few pieces. And then this one is over on this side. And then this one is on this side. So if you look at the back, they're kind of opposite like that. And then I do have this little piece here, so we're going to start with that. So I'm going to grab the end, and it's going to be kind of flush on the corner, make my little loop. Hi, Vera Anderson. Glad that you got here. Yay. And then we got a little tail. So we're going to secure that, just like that one. This one can flip off. And then now we've got to do on this side. We're going to grab this one. I've got a little loopy and then a tail, and we can grab that, and that's enough. That's perfect. So then here we're going to, okay, so we've got one coming out this way and one coming out that way, and you can still finagle this at this point. Like if you want it to go more at an angle, you could always pick this up just so slightly and readjust it. So let's have it going out more that way, and then cover that up with that little tear and tape. So now I've got it angled more that way. All right, and then this, you know what, I'm gonna pick this off because my tear and tape got a little long, so I'm just gonna roll it back then. I'm good with that. And then this is popped up with dimensionals as well. So I'm gonna put some right where the tear and tape is. Okay, there. Just using a lot here. All right. So now pick all these guys off. And we're gonna kind of place it where we think it's gonna go. Don't squish it down quite yet because we can still maneuver it. So we've got, make sure your points are kind of going up and down. This one's just hitting the designer paper on that side, and the other two are kind of centered top to bottom. And then this one is gonna slightly overlap. Now this is where, on Carissa, when she did this, she put a little bit of a holographic thing here, the holographic, like wonderful. So if you guys have these at home and you wanna pull one out, it looks super cool back here. So you could definitely add that now when you are able to. I'll leave it off because I did not include it in your card kit so that you guys aren't confused, but just to show you something additional you can do to add to your card. So on this one, I'm gonna put a dimensional on the top, the bottom. You got to be careful because this kind of overlaps, so you don't want to put a dimensional on that left-hand side. So what I am going to do though is put a little bit of liquid glue over there because it'll help catch. So let's think about this quick though. We do want because this comes together. I did this all in one little bullet point. It said, put all your labels and your mushroom house and your gnome on the front of the card all at once. It was all in one step. So we're gonna do this one over here. This one goes over there. Don't want to cover up my ribbon. I want it just to be hanging out there. And I'm not setting things down for certain. And then I'm gonna move my gnome house. See, this is where it's still wet. You can wiggle things around a little bit. You've got time. And then here's the thing. He's hanging off the edge with his foot. So we need to put a dimensional there on that bottom foot because that's gonna be hanging over. So then now he can go there. Good. Now this mushroom house, that is needing a double stack actually because it's already stacked up with the soft suede and then it's already, and then on the mushroom. So you needed 2 on that side. I call it a double stuff. All right. And then I didn't take the backer off on this one. So let's do that. Good, and you got your ribbon coming out here and there. And Stella, the blues are so pretty. Yes, I definitely agree, Marsha Long. So we'll Stella his beard, why not, right? And then you can run your Stella over the mushroom house there. Okay, so this card came together super easy, you guys. As long you had to do a little bit of die cutting, right? But after you had it die cut, it was good. So this guy, we're gonna put down here. I'm gonna pick a little blue color like that. There's a blue one over here, so that kind of sets that off. I've got one up over on this side. So we got 2. Do that one here. And one right there. Okay, 2, 4, 5. There's 5 there, so I'm good with that. So using our little gemsies, and here we have that one. So they both basically look the same. Very cool. I like this one. I love the blue. Okay, so the only thing that would make this card better is if and Krista knows what I'm gonna say, if the mushroom was purple and his hat was purple and everything else was purpley. I mean, I love the blue, you guys, but I love me my purple too. And so there you go. Again, on this one, if you wanted to color your gnome and make a little like mushroom house in there, you could definitely do that. So, all right, so now you got a 3rd one done, you guys. So we're gonna put this in here so that Carissa has that for when I give it back to her. And then here's mine. And we've got this one left. So let's set you over here and grab our last kit. All right. Pool party. I was gonna say, it's like almost coastal cup, it's pool party. So this one, I like this layout a lot. We have a Stamp-a-Stat card coming up that's very similar to this layout. So it's like makes a little plus sign here, but not exactly a plus sign. And then this one, you guys, it's double matted as well. So let's, Caroline, it's Purple Hearts, love it. Okay, so you guys, you should already have your designer paper cut, and knowing that that mat goes on this one, and this mat goes on this one. Oh man, I cut mine wrong, apparently. I'm gonna have to go cut a different one. So you guys should also have some circles from the stylish shapes. You want to cut out your gnome. Here I've got a girl, there's a boy, but either way it was the hat I was looking for the color. This is also from Stylish Shapes by the Magic of TV. I must have stamped mine already and put an extra one in there, but this is the last stamp. It says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and that is in soft suede. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that one. And then we're going to, in here, you guys have 2 whites and you have 2 soft suedes. So you have an inside mat and then you have the outside. The outside, that's the Whimsical Woodland Embossing folder. So you can see it's all little trees. And it's sponged very lightly. It's sponged with a sponge dauber. And then it just illuminifies the trees. So let's do that. Well, let's fold this to make this a little bit smaller. So this is just your pool party base. And let's put this here with a color underneath. And then we're gonna grab another sponge dauber. So you guys have lots of sponge daubers to use tonight. So we're gonna do pool party and just be careful. I would start in an area that's gonna be covered up so that you can practice and then work your way to another area. So that if it's too dark, then you're not messing it up and you're just gonna hover over ever so lightly. You're really only worried about the area that's gonna be uncovered. So I'm working my way, you can see down the side here. There's a little bit of pool party. And then I'm gonna work my way down this side here. Oh yeah, look at those trees. It illuminates the trees. Okay, and then on the bottom, there's just a little bit in this corner here. And then in this bottom, there's a little bit. So again, this whole middle area, unless you're practicing, I wouldn't waste my time or my ink in that area because it's gonna get covered up. So yeah, the colors are so cool on this. So you've got a little bit of pool party going on. And then on the ribbon, you guys, look what's different about this ribbon. It doesn't look like Balmy Blue to you, does it? Does it look like pool party to you? Oh, maybe that's because it's pool party. How do you do that, right? Well, I'm glad you guys asked. So what you need to do is grab your pool party blend and you need to color it. So look at this, you guys. We are doing their fourth card with using blends to color the ribbon. And so what we want to do is kind of measure how much we're going to need, right? So that looks good. And then I'm going to double it and give myself a hair more. All right. So that's what I'm going to use. And stick that back there. And now you just get to color it. So leaving it all intact, now grab out your blends. It's a pool party blend. And what you're going to do, look at this, it's so cool. I'm using my thin end, you guys. It's a little bit sturdier of a tip. You're not going to demolish your brush tip. But look at this. As you color, I'll take that paper out, it's kind of ugly. So, isn't that cool? Like, it completely changes color. And now it's gonna match our card, and you've just created a fourth way to make use of this ribbon. Leaving it intact, but changing the color. All right, isn't that cool? So you've got pool party on one side, and then we'll keep working on our pool party for this other side. So I'm sure most colors you could change it to. Now, I think you could get by with almost any color changing it, right? Unless it's like a lighter color. Like this is a lighter color, but it's still along the sides of blue, but look how that took that color on, you guys. Super cool. All right, so that's how you make your pool party ribbon for this last card. All right, so we used sponge daubers, we used blends, we pulled it apart, okay? You could use a blending brush. Like there's so much you could do to give this, to use this ribbon, right? All right, so I know that Naughty Nancy would not mind. So, well, actually, I have my paper down here. Hang on. I don't need to rob for Peter to pay Paul. I can just rob myself. So let's just see here, you guys. We're gonna go back and see if I've got some trees I can cut. Hang on. All right, so let's go back. And I think I said it was 1 3/8. I don't know what I was thinking there, but not good. Yeah, let's go with 1 3/8 by 3 7/8. So 1 3/8 by 3 7/8. So 3, you guys get to see more paper getting cut. Okay, so let me put that in my scrap pile here. And that should hopefully fit here now. Good. All right. So now let's get a little glue happy. I think we've got, oh, we didn't stamp our inside though. Let's do that real quick. All right, so this is gonna be the gnome again in Memento. This gnome got a workout tonight. So we'll put this one down here. And again, when you guys have a moment, stamp your sentiment on your stylish shape banner here. All right, we get to get glue happy at extreme measures here. So flip, 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 show you card. Okay, so, oh, one more, you guys, look at this. Okay, we're gonna do this successfully without getting glue everywhere. Okay, so I know Cindy Runtree said one time to me, I don't know how you keep track of all the, like, the paper, like all these parts. So there's one, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, okay, we're gonna start with this one, goes right on your circle. Okay, so let that set for a second. One of these, your whites are the same size, right? So one goes on one soft suede mat, and then the other can go on that one, and then this can go on here. Good, Judy. I'm glad you've been switching your gnomes on the inside. My poor guy got a workout tonight. All right, and then this one hopefully fits on here. Yep, okay, good. All right, so now let's get glue happy again. So glue, 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 and glue. So we're down to 4. That's a lot of soft suede going on, guys. All right, so this one, that one. All right, so this one, I'm gonna just set here for a moment. This is my inside. I'm gonna put that here. Okay, this little guy, I'm actually gonna put it on here first. That one goes down first. I'm doing it first. I shouldn't have put glue on the back quite yet, but I wanted to make sure my ends are like even, right? That gives me the ability, and they were even, so I'm good. And then I'm going to put this, I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna put this one down. Okay, and then now this one goes over the top. And something about like there. All right, for those of you at home or just watching, you might just double check your measurements to make sure they were lined up good, and mine are good. So, all right, then we've got these couple things left, right? So, and our ribbon. So we need our tear-in tape waiting in the wings. Yes, Marcia. Oh yeah, and Cindy, and thanks for answering, Cindy. Yep, you can use any kind of ribbon or twine on the bow maker, you sure can. All right, so this is gonna come off on that corner, and this one kind of comes off on that corner. So we're going to grab our ribbon, which made its way over here, and we have a tail coming out here. It comes up, ha ha ha. So this is called piecemealing. So if I go like this, you guys, my ribbon is backwards, and you're not gonna see that pool party. So this happened at Card Buffet this weekend. You kind of gotta piecemeal it. So I'm gonna cut it off, and now I'm gonna make my tail. So I'm gonna make this, I shouldn't say my tail, I'm gonna make my bunny ear. So, and now I'm gonna, okay, so I kind of like Frankensteined it, you guys. So now cover that with some tear-in tape. And I probably colored way too much, but I can flip that off there. So there's the one side, and now the other side is gonna come out. It's not directly even, but same thing needs to happen. You're gonna have a little tail, and now you gotta cut it, And then I should say a little loop there. And now this little tail comes out right there. Did you guys see what you had to do? Because the ribbon is one-sided, you gotta do that. And so it kind of makes a little swoop like that. And then we're gonna finish off with that other piece of tear and tape on this side. And we need dimensionals now. So I had that much left over. So you guys save that, make another pretty card with that. All right, so we need our hat here needing dimensionals. Under the word Mary needs a dimensional. In the bottom very corner of where the year is, you're gonna put one little dimensional. And on this circle, you could put some dimensionals like that. So there's a lot of height here. So I'm not gonna put more dimensionals there. It's all secure, it's good to go. So I'm just gonna pick these backs off here. All right, and then that kind of nestles over here on this side. And the gnome, the scuff can all get picked. And then I'm gonna run liquid glue by his feet area. And I am gonna put a little bit of glue at that top area, so that'll catch. So then this, hang on. I'm gonna tilt this just a little bit so that it's more like that. Because I feel like I want, this is gonna, so do you see what's happening as it's covering it up? So I'm gonna just flip it the other way and see if that makes a difference. It does. So there, that's maybe what I intended for it to be. So I wanted this to be able to, the ribbon to come out that side over here. So this is gonna kind of set right here. And then the gnome goes so that she's walking on the sign. My hat goes up over the edge, so I am gonna put a double stack right there so that her hat doesn't get bent down. Oh, look at this. Free girls in your city, 89. Whoa. Let's report. And pornography. There we go. Thank you. Good call, Cindy. I didn't see that till right now. Troll. All right. So, these guys right here, lots of different colors match on this one. So you could do this reddish color with the pool party color. The little peachy color looks pretty too, so we'll do that. And the blue matches on here as well. And I think go crazy, you guys. Put those gems on. And we'll do a little peachy one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna put a 7th one right there. Good. Stella. Thanks for reporting, you guys. All right. Get her Stellaed up. And I think that completes these cards. So, we did it, you guys. Let's clean up on aisle 9 here. Make some room to show you some cards that we made. Paper, ribbon, that's Doity. You guys, I don't know why I did it, but I have here, I colored the whole one with the pool party. So that's extra, that's extra. So how did we do? Did you guys have a favorite? Let's bring them all in. You can tell me which ones that you like the most. Or you're gonna say you like them all. So we have here this Coastal Cabana one, or I mean pool party, right? So there's that one that we just did. Thanks for reporting, you guys. And then here we've got the blue with the navy. Here we've got our poppy with our mushrooms. Okay, fun fold. And then back to our balmy blue. So it's like different color pattern. Like this is wintry, this one's Christmassy, this one's springy, and maybe this one's summer. So we kind of tried to get all of the different seasons in for you guys. So you had a good array of different cards to use. And again, with adding some extra card bases and extra mats, you could easily reproduce these cards. So that you had your assortment of gnome cards ready to go for your gnome lovers in your life. So, guys, as a reminder, I don't have any of this kit left. Definitely the PDF tutorial is already available on my website, cardsbychrisb.com. So you could go into my online store and get that class and add it to your cart. If you want to place an order to get it for free, that is also an option. And then I would just privately email you once you place your order. Just got to use my host code, and you got to tell me that's what you want for it. So how did we do, you guys? What is it? It's 2 hours. So we did good. Okay, so we're going to put these away. The red is your favorite, Yvette says. Love them all, but really like the pool party one. Yeah, there's something about pool party and soft suede that is really good. Donna says, tough to choose, but I think the blue one is calling her. Nice, very nice. I do like this little sentiment, you guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's a good little sentiment that's in here. All the other ones are very punny. You know me so well. So I am, if I'm not mistaken, I think all of the gnome stuff is available in the online store too. So if there's anything that you guys need to get, don't forget any orders that are $45 or more using the host code. You got to use the current host code. They qualify for free online classes with me. Ink, paper, scissors is never one of those because that is a product-based class. So this one is always fee-based, meaning you got to pay for it for $30 for porch pickup or $36 mailed. So but if you do place an order to get any of the things that you need for this class, just know as long as the host code, you get to pick free classes from me that are offered free with a purchase. So yay! Good. I had fun with this, you guys. These fine sparkle gems are so much fun, and it's deceiving because there is this reddish color, but it's hiding underneath this flap here, so it's very cool. So, all right. So Deb loves all, but the navy is calling. But you really like the navy. Don't forget to like the video. Thanks, Linda Hunt. Yep. Remind everybody what you got to do if you want to like the video. You just have to hit the like button. Only 19. See, I'm 19th person. Like live chat. Here we are back in there. So I like the video. Yay, I did my job. All right. So these will be prizes for somebody for next week. I did not have a chance to pull the names for this card class that was last week, you guys. I'll give these away when I do a next class. I didn't have a moment to pull them today. So I've got these cards to give away yet. All right, so then, Happy Mail, you guys. So let's see what we have here. This one is from, Millie. This is Millie Kindle, I think. I was trying to read what that said right there, and then I saw Millie. So, I think that's Millie. Yes, Millie Kindle. So, the supervisor for the yes is all. Yeah, okay. There. I'm like, wow, you guys. I couldn't read for a minute. I couldn't read. So look at this. Doesn't that paper look really pretty? I'm not exactly sure where that comes from. You showed the 51 thumbs up, C65. Interesting. That's great. Yeah, I only saw 19 when I was looking at it. So lucky to have a friend like you. This is really pretty paper. It reminds me of the Fitting Florets paper. And then what she has is it's cut off here and then designer paper going on the side. Embossed this with black embossing powder. So very pretty, Millie. And then this one is from Kathy King from Bend, Oregon. She used the hues of happiness. Very pretty. Love the color combinations that she used. Some of the black hexagons were from the Abstract something. I think Beauty last year. I think the Old World paper is very pretty. She's got a little flower on the inside, so it's very pretty. I love it, Kathy. Great job. This one is from Mary Carls. I recognize this class. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you what she put. I don't know if you guys always like when I share your notes, but so I try to take them out. There's my coin, you guys. So this was from the Flowering Fields class that I did back in, I think, April or March. And it had the tulips on it with the tag and that check pane ribbon. And so very pretty. And then open up, she did a little bit of soft succulent border on the bottom here. A Mango Melody is the color. So very pretty. I love it. All right, so that was from Mary Carls. This is from Cindy Runtree. Cindy, I love your little purple flowers on your personalized note cards that you send out. So very pretty. And then this one comes to us from Christina Bernards. And it's using the Rustic Harvest. She has the layering vellum over the top of it. And then some of the leaves from the rustic harvest, the hello. Look at the, these are the copper dots from the, like the brush metallic dots. Very pretty. And look at her inside. You are such a blessing. Thank you, Christina. And then a little strip of designer paper at the bottom. And all right, this one comes to us from Andy Acquisto. She got a couple classes from me using some of that. Oh, look what she did here, you guys. I didn't notice that till right now. She took the ribbon. So she took 2 pieces of ribbon and she put them together like this, right? And then she has them linked up here at the top. That's what that is. It's 2 pieces linked together and then both tails. Aha, another way to put ribbon on a card. I've never done it like that before. Duly noted. Okay. And then the 2 tails are tucked behind. I love it. I think this was a sale-a-bration set. And the inside, we got to get a little mat in there and we'll be good to go. And some of those classic, there's like some glossy dots, I think. I'm from the Symbols of Fortune. And then this one is from Miss Elaine Reback. I love it when she does the chalk, like on a chalkboard. It looks like little, so she uses white ink on black paper and she's got the little guys and the sun looks like a kid coloring on the sidewalk. So very cool. And that was from Elaine Reback. You guys remember this? I used those brads like galore back in the day. I love it. And then thanks, that's from an oldie but a goodie Stampin' Up set. And a little bit of gold cording on the side. So there we've got some happy mail for you guys to share. And so that is good. And I want to announce some winners. We'll do some drawings here, you guys. So, oh, wait. Yeah, we'll do okay. So teaser, you guys. Hang tight yet because I still am going to show you the ink, paper, scissors for next month. And I'm going to show you Lights Aglow. But we'll do the drawings next. First, and then we'll show you guys the card. So stay tuned. We're going to do some winners here. I should say we're going to draw for some winner chicken dinners. So let's get random number generator up and on the phone. So we had 60 for this class, you guys. It's not my biggest ink, paper, scissors. It is tied for the first place of number of attendees. You guys, Hues of Happiness in June also had 60. So I went back and I looked and I'm like, oh, we had 60 for Hues of Happiness, and I could have had easily probably 4 more, and I had to say no to. Where for this class, I've only had 1 person. I felt horrible. I had 1 person that I couldn't make it work for them because we ran out on Wednesday night or Thursday night. Okay, so we have 60, you guys, 60. So we're gonna put 60 in here, and we're gonna hit the word generate, and we're gonna see who wins. 14, and I like it. Diane Bogenhagen, woohoo! All right, so I like to go out, and then we're going to come back in. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I want to do a random number generator, and we're going to put 60 in again, and we're going to see what we get. All right, so we're going to hit generate. Number 38 is Carla Lake. So Carla and Diane are our lucky duck chicken dinners. chicken, winner chicken dinners. All right, then you guys, we did a thing last week. There were, what did they offer? Did they offer free shipping? Did they offer free shipping? I think it was free shipping. On October 4th, they had free shipping on a Tuesday. Free shipping, yes. That's like, I know it was a Tuesday night. It was date night, and I put in an order. Why did I put it? Oh, it was free shipping. So the deal was if you did $50 or more on an order, you used the host code, you got to pick out a free class, and you also got your name in for the drawing for the Apple Harvest stamp set. So I had 11 people who did this, and so we're going to put 11 in here. I'm going to flip it down so you guys can see 11. 10. Beverly Smith. All right, Beverly, you are the lucky duck winner. The Apple Harvest, I'll show you here. Let me write down. So this is Apple Harvest, so Beverly Smith. Now, if you have this, Beverly, and you would want to pass it on to the next person because you already have it, let me know. And if you want it, it's all yours. So you are the winner of the free shipping drawing. So you guys, I completely forgot to do this last week because I had said that if you put your order in by 5 o'clock, you'd get in for the drawing, and I was going to do the drawing on Thursday night. Like completely over my head. Missed it. Was so busy with kidding up, I think, last Thursday that I didn't think to pull the names. But didn't forget to do the drawing, though. So that's good. Okay, so cards. Are you guys ready for some cards? Are you excited? Yes, congratulations to Diane and Carla and Beverly Smith. You girls rocked it. Yay. Thank you to everybody who took this class with me. I hope that you feel like winners because you got to make some amazing cards. And those that didn't get the kit and you are making cards with me, you are awesome too because you're creating on the fly because I fly by the seat of my pants with this stuff, right? I go pretty fast. So, all right. You guys waited for it. So are you ready for some cards that are coming up? So I'm not going to show you all. I'm only showing you the most recent ones that were designed yesterday, you guys. So Lights Aglow is the sweet class for this coming month in November. And then the ink, paper, scissors for next month is featuring the boughs of holly. All right, I'm showing them to you tonight because they're hot off the press. Wednesday is really going to be the November showcase. So on Wednesday, you guys, stay tuned for what's all coming up in November and early December. And what I've got is these. I'm going to show you 8 cards. So the Lights Aglow is the promotional sweet bundle class. So if you order the bundle, one of the bundles, there's 2, it's a super sweet. So if you order one of the 2 bundles from me using my host code, if you forget to use my host code, you got to call Stampin' Up! And use it or ask them to add it because if you don't, it doesn't qualify. Because I don't, I can call them so many times and then they tell me, nope, you can't call. And so it's like, I'll have it written everywhere. Get that host code on. So if you get the host code on and you use, and you get one of the bundles and say it's specifically for this class, this is the one where you get a half a pack of the Festive Foils Designer Series paper as a free gift from me, okay? So you guys, I have all these extra cards yet that are new for classes that I can't wait to show you. So promotion for that one. So this bundle class, you guys, the reason I need to show these to you now is like, ooh, this class is coming up. This one is live on November 10th via YouTube. And then ink, paper, scissors is actually later in November, you guys. It's the 21st. So that one we have a little time on. Again, I have set numbers in my head of what we're going to start prepping and kitting so that my helpers can start helping get that done so that everything kind of goes smoothly. So as soon as you know you want to sign up for something, just reach out to me and we'll get you on the class sign up list and we'll figure out if you want to place an order or if you need to pay for it or whatever it needs to be. So, all right, so we're going to flip down, you guys. What do you want to see first? We're going to show you Lights Aglow first, and then we're going to show you, I should say, I'm going to show you the boughs of holly. So, okay, so this, and I'll take them out of the plastic so you can see them. So this is the bundle. It's a double, it's like a super sweet, right? So it includes these 2. So if you buy either one of these sets through me as your RSVP for class, you get a half a pack of the Festive Foil paper and you get the card kits, right? So these are what we used, but just pay attention and you'll see all you really need are sentiments. So you don't have to own these stamp sets unless you really want them. But here's your fun fold, you guys. So there's a New Year's set in there. So we tried to make a New Year's card. And I don't even have insides on all these cards, you guys. So it has the new, so all you need for this card, you guys, sentiment right in the middle. If you want it to be Christmas, you can. But this is a fun fold. So it's like an easily card. So it goes like this, right? So now you can see from the side. So it's got this, and then it's got another little gray, and then you've got a little bit of the painted texture embossing. But when you shut it, then it looks like that. So I need to get a vanilla piece in the inside of mine. We made a lot of cards, but we didn't complete them 100%. So that one's still needing an inside. So again, it's got some gold foil back there so that you can see through. All right, and then New Year. So there's the first card. Here, oh, my mom is gonna love this card. I'm gonna see if I can turn my volume down without, yeah, see here, that's what I need to do. Hang on one moment, please. Let's do that. And then we're gonna do all of that stuff down. Go back to our video, find it, and then be good. Okay, because now you guys might not hear all that dinging. Okay, my mom loves green and red for Christmas, and she loves Christmas trees. So I'm trying to get that so it's not so blurry or shiny. So there you go. We've got the Christmas tree. So again, you guys, all die cutting, primarily one sentiment. This one, the tree is die cut. There's a little bit of gold behind here, and then you'll need a sentiment for that. So all the sentiments do come out of this set, but you could use other sentiments that you have. And so we don't have an insight on that one either. So there's that one. This one is your non-traditional colors, you guys. Oh my goodness. Vanilla and Mary Merlot with mint. And so you need a sentiment on this one. This one we've got Happy Holidays. Again, it comes from the set. Using some of that, this ribbon comes from the set, the designer paper, all, it's all coming from there. So again, no inside you guys yet, but we'll get an inside in there. So there's the non-traditional colors. And then here's your easy. So we got like gourmet-ish to easy-ish, right? We got to always keep them even. And this one features some of the festive foils designer paper, which you'll get as your half pack. And then there we've got some ribbon colored with a sponge again, and then some snowflakes on here, and the little label. So you guys just need a little sentiment on this. So these are your lights aglow. Again, I'll be showing these to you guys again on Wednesday, but for now, if you need to get signed up for this, now that I know I have people that wait to see the cards before they sign up, and so I get it, I totally get it, but now hopefully by seeing these, you can figure out that, yep, you want to do this one. I already have about 40 signed up, so without showing the cards, and I'm hopeful that now that you guys have seen the cards, I can get a better estimate so that I need to get to my helper tomorrow when I want to prep. So, right, so that's one of them I need to figure out. How many do I really make? All right, that's the $1 million question. All right, now this one, you guys, this one right here was free with an order, or you could pay for it. This one is paid for. You gotta pay for it. It's not free with an order. It's called ink, paper, scissors. It's just like we did tonight, right? So you'll get a pack of the textural elements, you'll get a roll of ribbon, you'll get a quarter pack of designer series paper. And so yes, so Marsha Long, yep, just send me a text message. That's awesome that you want to sign up. Yay. All right, so this one I think we did really good. We got our insides completed, double mats on a lot of these. So we've got this one with, and we tried to use all the different sheets of designer paper. So here, all you need, again, for stamps, you guys, this is the Boughs of Holly or Leaves of Holly stamp set. Just need a sentiment on the outside of this one. And then this is your fun fold. We like to try to include a fun fold every now and then here. So this one, sentiment is what you need. So you've got die cutting here a little. So this flips up and this flips out. And now you got an inside. So I am going to put one more little mat in here with cherry cobbler. Thought about it after the fact, and it's like, oh yeah, that would really pop if it would have a little cherry cobbler around it. So there's your more of a gourmet card, little fun fold. That's my favorite. So let's see here. These two look similar. They're very similar, but they are different. This one, I just love this green. So, because they use different designer paper. They're both horizontal, but they're different, right? So this one has the designer paper on the top and the bottom. You got this whole holly ensemble over on the side here. And then you've got a double mat. So this has the peace and joy. You've got Christmas wishes and season's greetings. There's like words that you can mix and match is how it works. And then to friends near and far. So that's that. And you guys can, I think you can finally see what Stella looks like. That is what Stella looks like. It's so glittery. Okay, and then the last one here, another fun fold, you guys, a pocket card, okay? So what do we mean by a pocket card? So you open this up, and then I scored it wrong, apparently. I don't know how to add. And so now this little guy goes down in here. And so when you open this one up, it looks like you got the two, so it looks similar to this one, right? But it is different because that opens up like that, and now you've got a little pocket card. So you could stick a little gift card in here. You could tuck money in here if you give somebody money for Christmas or a check, and then you've got your little bows up here. So you get the textural elements, you'll get the ribbon, and you'll get a quarter pack of the designer paper just like we did. And there you guys can see the Stella on there again. Like that is Stella on steroids right there. Boom, look at that, so pretty. All right, so this is your ink, paper, scissors. It is the Monday night before Thanksgiving, so you might be a little bit busy getting ready for turkey dinner and all, but just know that you can always catch the replay anytime that it works for you. You don't have to be live with me. Penny, I think you're already signed up for this one, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you're not. I don't know. I can't remember, you guys. When sometimes I can remember things and sometimes I can't. For a moment, Penny, I thought you were signed up, but that might have been August and September, right? I think you got August and September, maybe not September and October. So yes, you guys. So start signing up for these card classes. All you got to do really, if you really want me to sign you up, you just got to email it to me. Let me know. Get you on the list. That's first and foremost. You could always text me. You could call me anytime. Call me like Blondie. And then you could also Facebook message me. You could also pay through my website, cardsbychrisb.com. You could just sign up that way and pay for it on my website. If you want to place an order to get like the class for free, this one, the main thing is I get you on my sign up sheet. That's most important. Oh, and the phone's still buzzing. So, yeah. So I hope you like those cards. We had so much fun working on them. That was, what was that, yesterday? I think Sunday. Today's Monday. So you guys, for a moment, I thought again that today was Thursday. So yeah. So Jennifer, you want ink, paper, scissors. And I also saw that Pauline wants both. So yeah, so you guys, I love it when you comment on here that you want them. That's perfect. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I try to remember, but make sure you do reach out to me if you haven't already signed up for them. Mary Lemke is already signed up for them. Yay. So very good. So, all right. And Penny, I can check too. I just wrote down your name for them, for the ink, paper, scissors. So good job, you guys. We did it. I'm using it for my Christmas. Yeah, you guys, I love holly berry bow kind of stuff. Those are some of my favorite Christmassy cards with cherry cobbler, evening evergreen. Those are right up my alley. So, perfect. And Laura wants both as well. And Judy's already signed up. Yep. So you guys, I love it when you keep track of when you're signed up for stuff and that we make sure then you got it on your calendar. So that helps me a lot. All right. So tomorrow, at some point, I'm going to sneak on for a tip. You know what, you guys? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to prepare you in case you're still watching. Might not be on for Tip Tuesday tomorrow. What I'm going to we're kitting up 3 classes tomorrow. We're kitting up Memories and More. We're kitting up Stamp-a-Stack. And we're kitting up Wonderful World. Don't ask me what I was thinking when I planned all this, but the culmination of these 3 classes are coming together all at once, and they're all the following week. So I know I have a lot of cardstock to cut between now and 10 a.m. when my mom gets here, and we have a lot of stuff to kit. So I'm not going to try to get Tip Tuesday done tomorrow. And what I will do is during the showcase on Wednesday, I will throw in a Tip Tuesday meets showcase on Wednesday for you guys, okay? So that's what I'm planning. So if you guys don't see me tomorrow, don't fret. Don't think I missed it, but just pre-plan in your head that it'll probably be on Wednesday when I do Tip Tuesday. So I think you won't mind. So it's more important to get those card kits out than it is to do a Tip Tuesday in my head. So, all right. So Becky Rohr, I just saw your note too about ink, paper, scissors. So, all right, you guys, we did it. We got through our ink, paper, scissors. We got through drawings. Showed you some new cards that are hot off the press, and we're all in good shape. So yay, Ruth Nicholson's gonna sign up for Boughs of Hope. Perfect. And Ruth, you always sign up through the website, so I'll see that come through and reply to it as soon as I see it come through. So awesome. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. Thanks for sticking around with me to the very end. You guys did great. I love it. So I hope you get your cards made. Work on that whenever you have a chance. Yes, thank goodness for my mom and my helpers. You guys are so correct. I couldn't do what I do without my helpers and my mom. They keep me going and keep me going so that we can help you guys stay creative and have inspiration and card kits for you guys and ideas for you to keep working and using the stuff that you have at home. So yay to all of them. So they get a round of applause from me all the time. So, all right, you guys, I had fun tonight. I hope you did too. You guys have a good rest of your evening. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. We'll see you on Wednesday.